Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Tarot Tea live stream. I hope you guys are doing great. So, okay, let's catch up. How is everybody? Please say hi as you guys come on through. Is everybody having a good holiday season? What's new? Have you guys been enjoying any time off yet? Has that started yet? Let me know. Let me know. We definitely have some interesting stories to get to. It's feeling very Capricorn season-esque, if you will, and I'm super excited that Venus moves into Capricorn literally tomorrow so that this energy is going to get a little bit of a softening, okay? I'm feeling it. Like Capricorn rules my 12th house today. I could barely put on makeup. And I just I put some lipstick on and I was like, that looks bad because I don't have on any concealer. So I don't know, guys, but I'm here and I'm ready to spill the tea, but I look a mess, but that's okay. Hi, Chrissy. How's it going? Oh my gosh, welcome. It's so good to see you. How is your holiday season going? What's new? Oh my God. And you guys, I was trying to find some happy stories, but tis the Capricorn season. So the tea's gonna be a little bit a little bit hot. Okay. But we've got this. We've got this. It will be interesting. And feel free to make any requests, but let's dive right in. Okay. Now, the first story that I have for you guys is about, well, let me pull up my notes here. It's about Nicki Minaj, and we're not going to get into it too much because all you have to do is go on YouTube and type in Nicki Minaj's name to see what she's been getting up to lately. And it is bizarre. I didn't know. I feel like I didn't realize what has been going on in Nicki Minaj's mind. I've heard some weird rumors about her that she's actually married to someone who has SA'd someone else, and she had I don't know. Nicki Minaj, I just realized the other day, I'm like, I did not know her. Okay. I didn't know her. So not really a fan anymore. And wanted to pull some cards to see what her angle is. Like, what is going on? She was on that Turning Point USA thing talking about how Donald Trump is so handsome. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? So we're gonna pull a card on her to get things started. Sorry, guys. I know it's a little intense. Hi, Gunyar. How's it going? I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, we can definitely check in on Luke and Nick. Oh, did you see Gunyar? I commented, I think it was on the last live stream, and I wanted to get a copy of or a link to that article that you had talked about that you wanted me to do the little tea time reading on, but I don't think we ever connected on that. So if you do have that, let me know and I'll do that reading. It's raining here, but a bit quiet. Ooh, okay, Chrissy. I kind of love that. That feels very peaceful, nice and peaceful. It's been strangely warm here today. I'm like, where is the snow? I like a little snow. Um, Hi, Alex. How's it going? Saw her on the show. Yeah. Like, what? Are you okay? She's disappointed us all, Alex. She has disappointed, devastated, confused all of us. I agree. Okay. Oh, and you guys, I have to show you something. So my husband surprised me with an early Christmas present because he's like I am. He couldn't wait till Christmas to give me the gift. That's how I am too. Like when I buy something for somebody, it's so hard to wait. You know what I mean? But you guys, this is what he got me for Christmas. He outdid himself. So he gave me that today. I was crying, literally crying. So he did well. The special guest. Hi, Brianna. How's it going? Brianna, we're talking about Nicki Minaj and how shocked, confused, and saddened we are by what's been going on with her. Thanks, Alex. I agree. I think it is so beautiful. So, so sweet of him. I will treasure it forever and ever and ever. Okay, Nicki Minaj, what's going on with her? So, Lawyer Moog, aka Michael, who always has some good legal insights, right? I was telling him about Nicki Minaj's latest comments and how she was at that event and saying Donald Trump's so handsome, and he thinks that she's trying to get somebody pardoned. I believe her spouse is currently in jail, so just the layers of corruption continue, don't they? Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, I've heard a lot of Nicki these past few days. Her fans are definitely not happy. Yeah, I feel like where does she go from here? Like, her career is probably all but over. Hi, Abdul. How's it going? Check on Shawn and the new girl, Bruna. Of course, Christy. Oh my God, let me write that down. I didn't realize he had a new girlfriend. Ooh, the tea is getting spicier and spicier. Okay, Shawn and Bruna, new girlfriend. Interesting. Okay. Good job, Britt's husband. I have to agree. All right. What is going on with Nicki Minaj? I know. I can't listen anymore either. She's a Sagittarius Sun, Virgo Moon, Aquarius rising. Ooh, interesting. Now that's the chart of a person I would typically really like, given my placements, and I did used to like her. I don't know. All I can think of is that we have the South Node currently in Virgo. So people with like a lot of Virgo placements, if there is something that needs to come out or be exposed, South Node is like past lives. It can be our like our darkness, kind of like the things that maybe Virgo placements wanted to keep hidden. The South Node can expose those things. So with her Virgo moon, the moon is like your feelings and your like true emotions. So maybe we're seeing the true Nicki right now in a way that we never have before. That's kind of all I can think of for why she would all of a sudden be coming out with this. So let's just see. Update on Tate McRae and Jack. They were seen in New York. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you, Brianna. Can write that down too. Okay. You're back. I'm so glad to catch the tea time. Hi, Babaloo. How's it going? Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, the cards are flying, you guys. So the tea's gonna be spicy. Okay, here we go. You're not gonna be surprised by this either. So we have the Page of Swords. This is immature communication. Um, acting in a way that is combative as well. This can be saying things that you're going to regret later, or someone saying something to you that is going to create conflict. So basically, just very immature thinking style, immature communication, very short sighted. Typically, this card comes through as something negative. So, yeah, I would say negative, immature. The way that she's been communicating definitely has gotten her into trouble. So, okay. And also the way that she's been speaking and what she's been saying, it's like very, I don't know, it's just gross and weird. Like, what are you doing? She said, what did she say? She said, Donald Trump was so handsome. And then she said, oh, she called JD Vance the assassin. What are you doing, Nicki Minaj? Okay, so yes, Page of Swords, putting your foot in your mouth, speaking and thinking in a way that is highly questionable. Okay, Three of Wands, the purpose behind this, her motivation, thinking of the future. Yes, she's trying to get something from this. She is showing up in this manner, being very short sighted, and there's something she wants. It's like, if I do this, I'm going to get something. Has she been promised something? Let's see. Very interesting. Oh, Brianna, Tate was at his hockey game. Thank you, Chrissy. I think it's a very pardon for the pedo. See, lawyer Mo. Michael, do you know if it's her husband or is like her brother? Because I've heard both. If I remember correctly, Britt, you're a Virgo Sun, Scorpio Moon, Aquarius rising, right? Yes, Alex. Exactly. Exactly. That is me. And I typically really love I love fire sign energy. I feel like it kind of like lifts me up. My chart can be a little serious. So I typically love like a silly Sagittarius energy, but Nicki Minaj, I'm sorry, you've crossed a line. Okay, let's see. What else about her? Right? I know. Okay, Alex said in front of Erica Kirk, whose husband was assassinated, right? Like, just what are we doing on every level? On every level, this conversation is a mess, a nightmare. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, trying to balance two things. Oh, her husband. Highly questionable. Okay. Thank you, Michael, for filling us in on that. So it looks like allegedly for entertainment purposes only, although this is not very entertaining. Um, Allegedly, Nicki Minaj is seeking a pardon for her husband, who is a I don't know, how do I don't know. They have like little like YouTube ways that they say things to keep things less like graphic. Oh, a PDF file. There we go. Back from the recesses of the back of my mind. Yeah, so her husband is allegedly a PDF file and she's trying to get a pardon for him. So balancing two things. Nikki is trying to balance, I guess, the life that she has and the life that she wants, but I think that she's alienated her fan base in the process. So what does the future look like for Nikki? I just don't see her bouncing back. I'm happy to be in Aries. Brianna, I love Aries energy. Yes, the fire starter. North Node and Sagittarius as well. Wow. Oh, Alex, you have Mercury and North Node. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Such good vibes. That gives you a lot of luck and a natural optimism and an ability to like bounce back. Love it. And Brianna, you're a leader with that Aries energy. Makes sense. He's a PDF. Yep. From one PDF to another, right? Mm. It is devastating what's going on these days. Would love a reading on Luigi. Okay, for sure. Abdul, we can do that. Write that down. Judge Caro said the decision. Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to that. All right. Her older brother, Jelani Mirage, is also a PDF. Oh my gosh, Alex. Okay. So she's just like surrounded. So we have to think that she at least excuses that behavior, at the very least, or else she wouldn't be with her husband and trying to get him pardoned. So, what about Nicki Minaj's career after all of this? Is there a chance that her career could ever bounce back? So many of her fans are disappointed, and rightfully so. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Emotions, her emotions. A lot of emotions. This is emotional maturity. This could also be a woman in her life. Someone, this could be a symbol of a very emotionally mature woman in her life. Let me see. What does this Queen of Cups mean, allegedly? For entertainment purposes only. Chrissy, you're an Aries too. Oh my gosh. Another strong leader. I love it. That warrior energy. Fantastic. My North Node is in Aries, so I always love Aries people. Oh, okay. Oh my God, guys, you can't make this stuff up. The Devil card. Okay. So with the Devil card clarifying the Queen of Cups, this is a little ugly. So bear with me, guys. This is basically saying that at one point, Nicki Minaj either portrayed a more emotionally mature person than she is, or at one point she actually did possess a lot of emotional maturity through learning life's lessons. And unfortunately, the person that she has decided to be, we all have choices to make in life, right? We all have free will. And you can choose to like continue to be brave and grow as a person and try to be your best self, try to be a good person, even when it's hard. Or you can give in to whatever, like whatever your vices are, or peer pressure from people around you, or just being selfish. There's a million different ways that we can all show up on a day to day basis, right? Right. The Devil card basically talks about how at one point she had this goodness within her, but she's chosen to go a different path. So this is really a lot about her free will. Now, to answer the question about where her career could go after this tells me that her fans have clocked this. So let me get one more clarifier, but I feel like she's gonna keep leaning into this persona. She may even put out another song or album in the near future that is very much leaning into this. We have the red energy as well. Think about like, the party that she's now supporting. She could do an album that's very like red coded, or maybe even a song that's really overt. This is strange. It's like she's given up this Queen of Cups, whether whether it was like a facade or a real part of her, she's over this and stepping into this, I mean, literal like devil era, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Can also be a symbol of like selling your soul to the devil. Like it's really dark. It's really dark, guys. Not surprising given the stuff she's saying and what she's involved in now, allegedly. Um, okay, so how will her fans receive this? She's gonna double down. I don't see her apologizing. I will not be surprised if she comes out with a song. Yuck. How will her fans react? Allegedly. Okay, we're going to take both of these. Ooh, okay. Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups. So the Queen of Swords basically is like one hand is open, a sword is in the other hand, and the Queen of Swords is very balanced. So this is like her fan base. Like all they really want from her is for her to be like an honest, like good person. I think a lot of people are sad that they feel like they can't listen to her music anymore, but they're holding the sword. So as she continues down this path, I do think she's going to lose her fan base. I don't see coming back from this. Anything like there's just not really a way to bounce back because we have two queens. So it's like these choices are very much solidifying the future. Like there's not any wiggle room here, which makes sense. I mean, people, once you say certain things, people are going to not forget about that. And then we have the Six of Cups. Is it going to work? I think yes. I think she is going to get the PDF file that she sacrificed all this for out of jail or prison or wherever he is. So she's going to get her personal life. I think she's going to continue to absolutely torch her career. And I don't think she's going to have a career comeback. Wow. Okay. Well, I hope that was worth giving up your whole career for a PDF file. Like gross. Sorry, that was gross. That was gross. That was dark. That was gross. We all need like 100 showers after that reading. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, of course, Alex. Yes. Sagittarius placements are always very lucky, very uplifting. Like you guys can just find the energy to get over anything in life and turn things to your advantage. So positivity is like your best friend. Chrissy says, please, if you can read Camila Cabello and Harry Jr. Oh, her relationship or career in 2026. Oh, absolutely. That's a good one. Yeah, let's move on to like happier things. Okay, Nicki, check. I just had to do that reading because I have been so confused. One of her songs came on the radio the other day, and I was like, we got to change it. We got to change it. Okay. Camila and Henry. Let's do that one first to cleanse our palates because I feel like we need this. Okay. Thank you for that, Chrissy. So Camila Cabello and her boyfriend, Henry. What is going on with these two? What is going on? Well, Alex, we did get the Two of Pentacles for her. So that is one of the cards of having to balance things and could point to poverty. So she definitely doesn't have an abundance of money. I would have to say, based on the Two of Pentacles, allegedly, I think those rumors are true. Okay. Dropping cards, dropping cards. All right. So for Camila Cabello, we have the Page of Pentacles. So speaking of money, um, she's been kind of, as far as like earning money, she's been kind of in an interesting place. Page of Pentacles. I feel like she would really like to earn more money right now. I mean, she's not poor by any means. She's not struggling, I should say. She definitely has made a lot of money in her career. Camila has been incredibly successful, but I do think that she was hoping to be getting more opportunities at this point in her career. And she's feeling like a Page of Pentacles when she wishes she was in like a Queen of Pentacles position. Now, when it comes to her relationship, we know that the person that she's with has a lot of money, right? So I think that's interesting that that came out when we asked about her career. I mean, sorry, about her love life, because this is pointing back to money. I think a while ago we did do a reading on them and money did come up as one of the things that kind of brought them together, which is a little strange. Yes, Gunnar, we can do Luke and Nick at the end. And by the way, Leora and I are talking about doing our Bridgerton recap series when the show comes out. So I'm really excited about that. It's like, I think mid or end of this month and then next month. So you'll be getting more Bridgerton tea pretty soon. But yes, at the end, we will absolutely do that. So we can really get into it. Because I know you like to ask a few questions. So I want to be sure that we answer all of them. You know what I mean? Okay. Pluto's in Sagittarius. Ooh, Brianna, lots of transformation through positive thinking and through expansion, reading, travel. Those things help you to transform your life in a very profound way. Cool place for Pluto. Love that. Okay. So Camila is coming in through his Page of Pentacles. Okay. What about her relationship with Henry? What's going on with him currently? Eight of Wands. Things are up in the air, but moving fast. Things are up in the air with him, but also moving quickly. Oh, yes, Alex, great request. I did hear that that they broke up. Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend broke up. That's an interesting reading too. Okay, great request. Thank you for that. So, oh my God, y'all, the whole thing just tried to flip over. So we're just gonna take this one because it's too many. So for Camila and her relationship, we have Page of Pentacles. She's feeling like she wants more. She wants more monetarily. Don't know why that's coming through in the relationship reading. I mean, I guess we could speculate, what that could mean. He does have a lot of money. She feels like her career hasn't been as stable as she's wanted it to be. I think she expected 2025 to be a little bit more successful in some ways than it was. And then the Eight of Wands, this is things moving quickly, things changing. I think she's making a lot of decisions right now that are affecting her relationship. So this could be things like, do I need to travel? Do I want to go here and, work at this recording studio? Where's my boyfriend going to be? So there's a lot of decisions that she's making right now at the end of the year, allegedly. And then we have the Justice card. This is about balance. Yeah, she's actually kind of struggling to find her balance when it comes to, I just got goosebumps, so confirmation. When it comes to her relationship, what she wants for that part of her life and her career. Now, I definitely think that it's always a good sign when your career and relationship kind of go hand in hand, that should be like a supportive kind of thing. So it's a little weird to me that these two are coming out in like opposition, like as two separate things that we have to balance. I don't know. Is he not as supportive? I'll just say this. I'm sensing a lot of like stress, tension, uncertainty based on these cards, but like a real desire for balance from her. Like she doesn't want it to be this way. Oh my God, Camila. And you know what? Sometimes like this could just indicate that that's just like not the right person. You know what I mean? Like it's very stressful for such like a kind of newish, I don't know, relationship at this point in her life. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, Chrissy says she's doing private events too. Camila is, and you agree with Babalu. Okay, let's see. What did Babalu say? I don't think Camila is in love. Yeah, I'm not getting in love cards. So I agree with you, Babalu. I do think she is ready to find her person quite yet after the whole Shawn debacle. Oh, you mean you don't think that she is quite ready? Yeah. I mean, this could be really a time where, with the Page of Pentacles, um, allegedly, she is meant to focus more on herself. So that's why this is coming through as like a little bit of an unstable type of relationship, trying to find the balance. Like sometimes that can just indicate that like it's just not for you. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a lot of effort for something that we wish could be a little easy. Hi, Eva Dolls. How's it going? Yay. I'm so glad you made it. We're talking about Camila Cabello right now and her current relationship. Look at Sabrina and Taylor Swift. Want to know if Sabrina is separating herself away from Taylor. Oh, interesting. Okay, Brianna, we can just check in on them. So she was in that documentary with Taylor, and I thought that documentary added a lot of context that I found really helpful Um, so I thought that was really nice to just kind of hear from Taylor's perspective, like what she had been going through with just some of like the threats to her tour and why she maybe has gone kind of internal, her crying, all that stuff. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I got to see a different side of maybe like what she's been struggling with, which can make you kind of go quiet or go into yourself, right? So I looked at her as having more of like more of like a mental health type of thing than a not wanting to speak out. Like it was helpful for me to see that after, especially after like the conversation that we all had on the channel last time. But Sabrina, I feel like would probably know that. So we'll definitely pull cards to see just like how their friendship is doing. Um, yeah. Okay. So, oh my God, hold on, Babalu, what did you just say? That she's not quite ready? At the bottom of the deck, what we don't see about Camila Cabello is the Four of Swords, the healing card. Babalu, you're so right. Like oh my God, your intuition was so dead on with that. So this is basically just saying that, yeah, she's in a healing phase. So it's like when we are in a phase of healing and we're not in a phase of like, new relationships, like things just like kind of coming together, like it's all sort of like working out. Things can feel like they're always just sort of like falling apart. And that can be a sign from the universe that it's just like not the right timing, so like focus on your healing, take time away. Also, the North Node has been conjunct her Pisces sun. And when you have a lot of emphasis on your sun sign, so when the North Node is like conjunct your sun sign, because we all go through this transit at some point, and that is a time where we really are meant to focus on ourselves because the sun sign is like your ego, and healthy ego can be really good. That just basically means like you're developing yourself, like focusing on your hobbies, who you want to be, taking the time to really like go after and like build your own legacy. So I do think that given this reading, plus what we know about the North Node and her sun sign, she's kind of meant to focus on herself for sure. Like this is a time where Camila is supposed to be healing and growing. And so when you try to force relationships during that period, it can feel very Eight of Wands, just sort of like up in the air, not coming together, but we don't really know why. It's just sort of not feeling right. Okay. Interesting. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're just going to send her love and healing. And I trust that she will find herself. And oh my God, as I am reorganizing you guys, I have to just say this caught my eye at the bottom of the deck, but we don't see the tower. I do think that they will break up at some point. I don't know when, but it's interesting that like this at the bottom of the deck kind of caught my eye out of like my peripheral. So I do feel like this is not a forever thing. Let's see if we can end on a high note for Camila Cabello. What is something positive that she has to look forward to in 2026? I saw Camila Cabello live when she opened for Taylor Swift's Reputation tour. Loved it. I've seen her live once too at in Austin at like South by Southwest a long time ago, like during her like Senorita era. And yeah, like 2019. And she was so good. Like I agree. So good. So let's see. Hmm. Hold on. Let me take a little sip of my Diet Dr. Pepper here, aka my tea, my taro tea. Okay. Something good for Camila Cabello for 2026. Manifesting good things for our girl. What is something good? Yes, guys. Okay, I love this so much. Six of Wands, Best Friend of the Year awards. So in 2026, Camila is going to really be growing in her friendships, which is, oh my God, like with the Four of Swords, like I love this because nothing is more healing than building and strengthening your friendships when you're in a period of needing to like redefine yourself, be single, like having good friendships and like a lot of support around you can really help with that process, right? So that's what she's going to be getting in 2026, the support from really positive friends, growing in her friendships, spending more time with her friends. Um, so that's amazing. I love it. And also the award on here, I don't know, maybe she's going to come out with something that's going to win an award as well. Yeah, because that catches my eye too. So lots of friends. I do think this will be a more rewarding and positive career era for her in 2026. Okay. Love it. We'd love to see that. I love the Senorita song she did with Shawn Mendes. I know, so good, right? Okay, so since we're on that note, let's pull a card and see what's going on with Shawn Mendes. I mean, it just naturally kind of flows into the other, right? You can't really separate, can't talk about one without the other. So Shawn and Bruna, his potential new girlfriend. What? Is this something that we've all heard of, you guys? I didn't realize that he was dating somebody. They were cute too. I know. They were so cute. Like, ugh, I thought that was gonna be like endgame, especially when they moved in together. And I do still think that they're soulmates, but just not, I guess just not that kind. Okay, so let's see. They both have a lot of growing to do, right? They're young. Right? I know, you guys. I know. They seem just so sweet and genuine. Okay, Shawn Mendes. So first let's pull a card just to check in on him. He had kind of he's had a rough like early 2025. He was kind of going through it, and it just really ever since the breakup with Camila, to be honest, he seems like he's also done a lot of soul searching. So let's just see, how is Shawn Mendes, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, how is he doing right now? It's his general energy. I'm reading tonight. We're kind of just going through, Eva, like a bunch of requests. Just kind of hanging out, catching up. So feel free to request away if you have a reading you want us to do. Let's see. Shawn's energy currently. The Ace of Swords. Ooh, I like this. Clarity. Communication is like really precise, creative. Now, as a songwriter, this is amazing. So, has he been in the studio writing new things? Maybe we'll see some of those things in 2026. But this is good. This is a card of victory. So, he's actually in a really good place. I love that. He's taken some time to heal. And I think he's feeling good. He's feeling confident. I think his writing, whatever he's been working on, it's going to be well received with this victory energy, but really, really good. This is also about clarity. So I think he expressed before that he was feeling like he didn't really know himself or he was still confused about his identity. I don't think he's confused anymore, which is really good. So, okay, love to see that. I also dropped a ton of cards when we get to we got to his energy. I don't know, like all these cards just like, like, what does this mean, Shawn? What is going on? Okay. Like so much, so much. So I'll say this, rather than read these individual cards, there's so many. I feel like this is sort of just referring to kind of a crazy 2025. Like he feels like he's had kind of a chaotic year. There's been a lot going on, a lot of ups and downs. And now at this point in the year, he feels like Ace of Swords. He feels like he's gotten a handle on things, whatever that means for him. So, but it's been kind of crazy. I'll say that it's been kind of crazy. Oh, I know. Maybe they'll find their way back to each other. You just never know, right? You never know. Okay. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. So this is like that what goes up must come down, but in reverse. So this would be sometimes things stay the same. So weird that you just Alex, that you just said that Camila and Shawn could end up together. I don't know. I don't know if this means like that that's what would happen, but this is sort of like some things never change. So I don't, that's just interesting. Some things never change. Feeling like he's got a handle on things and some things never change. So it's coming to mind. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see what else. What's going on with Shawn Mendes' love life? Is he still dating that woman, allegedly Bruna? What's going on with Shawn Mendes and his love life currently? What is going on with Shawn's love life? Ooh, okay. The 10 of Wands, but in reverse. He has felt for a long time like his love life has been a huge burden. Now, in the upright, this can be like a burden worth having, like something that you do because like it's difficult, you struggle with it, but it's for the love of it. In reverse, this is like realizing that your love life is a burden that's not worth having. And then we have that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think he's still single, you guys. Did y'all see him like recently on a date with somebody? Because this is to me saying, I'm finally feeling good, Ace of Swords. I'm finally feeling good. I finally feel like I have it together. My writing is on point. Like I feel good in myself. Wheel of Fortune reverse. I don't need things to change right now. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. Sometimes relationships are more trouble than they're worth. I feel like this is someone who's like committed to singlehood for a little bit, which again, I think that's a good thing. And honestly, with Camila Cabello getting the 4 of Swords, I'm telling you, like they have such mirror energy. Again, I don't think that necessarily means they're like meant to be together in this life, but it was very, I think it was over a year ago when I did like in-depth readings on these two. It was like when their new albums both came out. And it was so interesting how so much of their lives mirrored each other that I was like, these people are like twin flames or like soulmates of some sort. So I feel like we're getting that mirror again. Um, yeah, both of them are like in a healing phase. I actually think that because healing is not linear, right? So I feel like he's in a place where right now he feels like he's in a good spot. And she's kind of like experiencing a little bit of a dip. But, she's gonna be doing better in 2026 with that friend of the best friend of the year awards. I think her career is gonna be, doing well again. She's gonna have a lot of friends. He is, like, loving becoming more self-reliant. That's what this looks like. Okay, what are you guys saying? Chrissy says, "Britt, it is rumored that Shawn has been going to Brazil. He was staying with her, traveling to Sao Paulo with her." Interesting. Chrissy, is it possible do we know what she does for a living? Like, is it possible that she's like, a yogi or some other sort of like practitioner? Because I think in the past, we've seen Shawn Mendes with different people that we thought he was dating, but then in reality, it was just like somebody that he was, like learning meditation from or, just doing different things. Like sometimes it's or like some sort of personal trainer. Like, I wonder, do we know what her job is? Or could she just be a friend? You know? Huh. Babaloo says, lately, Shawn is giving me John Mayer vibes. Oh no, not John Mayer vibes, the worst vibes. I think he was a sweet boy, and as a young man, he's too cool to bother. Tending to a relationship. Ooh, Babaloo. Well, that your intuition has been on point today, so I am inclined to agree with you. I mean, the 10 of Wands in reverse, a burden that's, like, not worth having, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like, I don't want things to change, like, I'm not looking for a relationship. That could 100% be what those 2 things mean. 100% Babaloo. Yeah, I could see that, totally. Oh, by the way, you guys remember when we did the reading on, that, what is she? An influencer, Kat Steckler? Is it Kat Steckler, I think? And I hadn't, like, at the time, somebody requested it, and I hadn't, like, really read or like I'm sorry. What am I saying, you guys? I haven't like I hadn't watched any of her TikToks or any of her like social media videos, so I really didn't know much about her. And I did that reading because she was rumored to be dating Shawn Mendes. And I'm sorry, not Shawn Mendes. And Mercury's not even retrograde, y'all. Rumored to be dating John Mayer. And after I did that reading, I like went and watched like so many of her videos on like Instagram and TikTok. And just was like, "Oh my god, she's so cute." Like, I love her vibe, like, she's so sweet, she's hilarious, like, adorable. So, I reflected on the reading that we did, and I was like, "Okay, this reading makes more sense now because she came through as being just, like, this really open-hearted person." I need to go back and, like, pull that reading. Um, and he came through as being kinda like, the person that he is. So, I feel like that reading was just all about her. and like her good energy. Anyway, I don't know. It was so interesting, but I did become a fan of hers, so that was nice. And I hope that he's not going the way of John Mayer, but I could see it. I could see it. So, okay. Huh. Sorry for that aside. She's a Brazilian actress, filmmaker, and model. Ooh, interesting. I guess they could still just be friends. Gunyar says, stay single instead of being miserable in a relationship where you were not even happy, but you are in denial. Just look at Luca and Nicola and their loser dates. Take your lessons. Oh my God. Gunyar, I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Actors, they've been friends since 2017. See, I get that friend vibe. So let's see. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, what is the nature of Shawn Mendes and Bruna's relationship? Like, is it romantic or just friends? Let's see what comes through. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What's the nature of their relationship? Platonic or something more? We're going to take them both. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we have the Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. I don't like this at all for a love reading. The Four of Cups, this is like feeling like there's a lot of good here, but there's something missing. And look how this person's like holding their pillow, looking sad. Like to me, this feels like they want it to be romantic, but there's something missing. It's like it's not there. There's like no spark. Um, Ultimately, it's kind of like disappointing or like sort of like trying to force a relationship. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think there's anything really there. Two of Wands, this is looking to the future. Two is like partnership energy. Why would they do this? This is sort of weird. It like, okay, bear with me here. This is alleged for entertainment purposes only. It's almost like we're pretending to be in a relationship or we're lying to ourselves because this is like Four of Cups, disappointment. Four is also a number associated with the home and like the family. And then Two of Wands, this would in a positive like reading, if it didn't come out with this card, this would be like we're planning for the future and like our future is so bright and we can't wait for what comes next and like wanting to be together. But with this is like planning an unhappy future or future faking. I don't know. If this is a romantic relationship of some sort, I don't think that it's like fulfilling. And I don't know why they're doing this. Like, why would you do this? Or maybe one of them is interested and the other one isn't, and that's what the disappointment is? Huh. Alex says they were just spotted at the airport 5 days ago. They're both Leo sons. He might be into guys, those are the rumors. Right, and I thought that he confirmed that, when he talked about how he was, like, confused a little bit, so I don't know. Hmm, I'm confused. Like, what's happening? Okay, let's get Bruna's feelings and Sean's feelings, and then I guess we'll move on. She could be his beard. Yeah, Alex, that would be kind of consistent, at least with these 2 cards coming out together, but at this point, I mean, he kind of already said he talked about how he was, like, kinda confused. He said that at one of his concerts, his fans embraced him, like, I wish he felt like he could just, you know, be himself. That would be good. But maybe that's what the future thing is. When we talk about future faking, maybe he stopped feeling as comfortable given who knows, maybe given the current administration and things that have changed, maybe he's decided to kinda back off of that, which is a shame. Everyone should feel like they can be themselves. So, let's get Bruno's energy, then his energy. But yeah, there's something I don't get romance, I'll say that. Okay, Bruno's energy towards Shawn, allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly. Okay, 5 of Wands in reverse. So she sees a lot of people around him. Um, I think that this is a little sad. I think that if she could just be together, like, with him, then she would. Five energy is like attraction. Five is like the five senses. So really being attracted to somebody. In reverse, though, this is like I can't compete. Okay. So, 5 of wands, all of these people, they're like about to compete. They're holding bowling balls because this is my Golden Girls tarot deck. So, they're about to like go head to head in a bowling tournament. So, this would be in the upright like I am here to compete. This is what I want. I'm passionate about this person. In reverse, this is saying I'm passionate about this person, but I know I can't compete. So, like he's not interested in me. Kind of back to what you said, Alex, as a potential reason. But yeah, I think that she would be with him if she could. Kinda reminds me of how Camila Cabello felt about him. But she's not even trying to compete because she already kinda knows. Interesting. Okay, what about Shawn? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. He's a Leo sun, Aquarius moon. I'm an Aquarius moon too. Oh, interesting. Yes, we talked about that. Maybe I have hope. Of course you have hope. Oh my gosh. Um, Alex, the North Node is moving into Aquarius in 2026. So get ready. Get ready because all of the Aquarius placements are going to get powered up. Mm-hmm. That would be a great time for you to find love. Okay. How does Shawn feel about Bruna? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And then we're going to move on to our next story. How does Shawn feel about Bruna? Allegedly. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles, like a collaborator. So this is like Pentacles is like money, career. So could be like, some sort of career move. They could be working on something together. The 3 of Pentacles is like, you know, 3 people working together. So I feel like there are other friends around a lot of the time when they hang out. He views her more as a friend and someone who's like positive for his work in one way or another. That could be working together directly, or he just feels like she's good for his image. So yeah, okay. I mean, that all makes sense. All right. Well, sending them both love. And I hope that whatever it is that they're doing, that, it works out for them and that they become happy and spread more happiness, around the world. So there we go. I know that his fans would love for him to be happy. Okay. Next story. So let's see. Tate McRae and Jack was the next request. So I guess they were seen. They're both seen together in NYC. What's going on with these two? Tate McRae and Jack. What is going on with these two? Of course, he is a hockey player, right? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. How are things going for Tate McRae's new rumored relationship? So funny. The 3 of Pentacles, just like guys, just like we got for Shawn. This is sort of funny because this kind of mirrors Shawn, what I just said about Shawn, like viewing someone as good for your career. I know that in the last reading that we did, we got that she was very passionate about this person, that there was a lot of chemistry. Now we've seen this progress to the 3 of Pentacles. So this is sort of like maybe this is like I'm writing really good songs from being around this person, or this guy's good for my image. Interesting. It's interesting that this is the first card that comes out when asking about a relationship, because this is sort of like what we were saying with Shawn, like good for the image. So very different vibe than before. We just found out Jack is a Taurus. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I'm here. Brianna's still here. Okay, Gunnar says, when I hear hockey, the only thing that comes to my mind is heated rivalry. Oh my God, yes. Where's Leora with the heated rivalry tea? That show is like so popular, you guys. I still haven't watched it, but I'm going to. I'm going to. This winter, it is on my list and I can't wait. Tate is a Cancer sun, moon, and allegedly has a Virgo rising. Ooh, very positive with Taurus energy then. That is a good combo. Cancer and Taurus get along swimmingly. and fellow Virgo and Taurus also get along really well. I love that show too, Alex. Her moon is in Cancer. She's emotional. Then, yes, very emotional. Can't wait for season 2. Ooh, okay, Brianna. Love it. Tate McRae's relationship. So, what's Jack's energy in the relationship? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. What is Jack's energy in this relationship? 8 of Wands, just like what we had for Camila Cabello. Up in the air. There's kind of like a similar vibe going on right now. I feel like maybe it's because it's Capricorn season, you guys, and Venus moves into Capricorn tomorrow. So I'll say this: anything that's not stable while Venus is in Capricorn, and this is like for everyone collectively, like the cracks are going to show because Venus loves stability when it's in Capricorn. It's like, man, the Capricorn wants to build a legacy, wants a commitment, wants all of these things to just be rock solid. And when Venus transits through Capricorn, regardless of where it is in our personal birth charts, love overall, like love in general, the general vibe in the air is serious. If you think about it, you're not gonna like during this time, we have like Christmas coming up and then we have New Year's. Like, are you gonna spend Christmas or New Year's with someone that you're like kind of on the fence about or not that serious with? No. Like love becomes serious. Like if you bring someone home to meet your family at Christmas, like that's a sign that this could be going somewhere, right? If you're gonna spend New Year's with somebody, that kind of is a sign that this is getting more serious as well. Like, so I feel like we are starting to see things get defined. And if things are not defined, they may fall apart during Capricorn season. So for her, the fact that he has this 8 of Wands up in the air energy, I don't love. I don't love. Maybe she'll get a good like breakup song out of it with the 3 of Pentacles. I don't know. So weird. Oops. Oh my God. I almost like spilled that all over it. That would have been so bad. Oh my God, you guys. So funny. Allegedly, she might have a Gemini midheaven. Ooh, I could so see that. I could so see that. She does. Tate McRae seems to have many sides, right? Many facets of her personality. Very Gemini midheaven of her. Birth path 4. Ooh, interesting. Birth path 4 with a Gemini midheaven. So meant to find stability through mastering like multiple ways of being. That is an interesting combo, I have to say. All right. What else? Astro website, she's a Leo moon. Ooh, so we don't know what her moon sign is. Leo moon and Cancer moon, very different vibes, right? Very different. Couldn't be more different. Like one is very emotional and needs a lot of stability and can be hard to get to know. And the other, the Leo, is like loud and wants adoration and like a big love. Lots of big declarations of love and needs that back. So very different signs. Huh. Okay, so for Tate McRae and this guy Jack, let's just do a quick past, present, future to kind of nail down the storyline. And then we'll go to our next request because we have a few more to get to. So past, present, future, Tate McRae and her current looks like a situationship, maybe Jack or someone she's dating. We'll say that someone she's dating. So in the past, when they first got together, the vibe was ooh, yep. Knight of Swords. Okay, things were moving fast, lots of conversation back and forth. This would be like a lot of texting, a lot of like FaceTimes, just kind of like things really moving quickly. Lots of communication, lots of flirting. Just, yeah, that kind of vibe. Like it was just sort of like an instant like chemistry. Okay. Present energy. What's the present energy? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Ooh, we have 2. No, guys, no. 5 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. Oh my God. Okay. Well, allegedly, here's what we have. So 5 of Swords, this is to go from Knight of Swords to 5 of Swords. So I think this is him. Sorry, I hate to be cliche, but like The cards say what they say. Knight of Swords is someone who's like I said, communicating a lot, communicating quickly, moving fast. And then with the Five of Swords is like kind of being shady. This is like, oh, you kind of accidentally glance at somebody's phone and they're on Instagram and you see like they have tons of DMs from like other women or something. Like that's kind of what this vibe is. Five of Swords, like hiding your other activities, somebody who is doing things behind the scenes that one person doesn't know about. And I think that this is him because we go from the Knight of Swords to the Five of Swords. I think these two are connected. So I feel like, yeah. And then Eight of Wands, he's up in the air. Yeah. This is just sort of like a classic, like no commitment or low commitment situationship that you gotta be really careful with that kind of vibe because that's how people get hurt. And the Four of Pentacles, yeah, disappointment. Because this is more pentacles, I think that this is Tate. She goes from 3 to the 4 of pentacles. So yeah, I think she's gonna find out and be a little disappointed. A little disappointed. She did have more of like a vision for how she thought things would go with him, and I just don't think he's like the right person. Five of Swords is just kind of like somebody who has other things going on. Yeah. Bummer. But okay. Well, that's the vibe between them, you guys. So I still think there's like flirtation during Capricorn season, though we may see it fall apart because maybe some truths could be coming out before 2026. Allegedly, right, Eva? Allegedly. It's what the tarot D says. Brianna says fans, already making edits of them on TikTok. I can't blame them. I think they're cute together. Oh, wait, is this from that show? Wait, I love the lead. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Is an Aquarius. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, so funny. All right. So, okay, next. Our next one. I think Tate McRae is a Cancer moon. Okay, well, that would make sense, Alex, because cancers are definitely more intuitive. If somebody's doing something shady and somebody has a water moon, they're gonna find out. Like either the water moon person is gonna like intuitively just know, like they're gonna have that gut feeling, or this is the person that's gonna like accidentally stumble upon someone else's phone that just happened to have been left open, or the exact moment they look at the phone is going to be when they get the weird text message. It's just like the intuition and connection that water sign people have, especially water sign moons, like they're always going to find out the truth. You just can't hide things from them. So if she's a Cancer moon, it'll probably be sooner rather than later that she'll find this stuff out. But sending them love and better to know than not know, right? And she's young. She'll find somebody else and whatever. And he'll hopefully figure out his life. Okay, next we have Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend breaking up. Oh my gosh, like what? We barely knew ye. I barely knew anything about ye. So, what happened between these two? Allegedly, yet again, Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend. So, I haven't heard anything about these two. So, I am just flying blind, and you guys let me know how these cards are resonating with any rumors that you guys have heard. Please. Luke is also a Cancer moon and has said that he has psychic intuition. Stop, Gunyar. That is so interesting. I could totally see that. Hmm. So first, how is Olivia Rodrigo allegedly feeling now after the breakup? How is she feeling now? Because sometimes it can be a big relief, right? You can feel tons better. How is she feeling now? No, not better yet, but she will be. She'll be okay. Four of Cups. So this is the disappointment energy. Yeah, she's sad. She's holding that pillow. Kind of the card we got for Bruna, to be honest, which is interesting. I wonder if she was disappointed then by the guy that she was dating because we have 3 cups on the table and 1 cup behind her. And it's like she's just having a hard time seeing the positives at the moment, which makes sense. Aw, that makes me so sad. It'll get better. It'll get better. But as of now, yeah, she's a little disappointed, which is understandable. Okay, what else? for Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend. What caused this breakup? Let's see. Aw, Gunyar says TikTok is losing their mind. I can't believe that they just suddenly broke up. I know. That is sad. Alex said, I noticed Olivia Rodrigo and Madison Beer are both Pisces suns with Libra moons, and they kind of give similar vibes somewhat. You know what? I could totally see that. Yeah. They do kind of have a similar vibe, like pretty, but also edgy. There's like kind of an edge to them. Ooh, okay. Six of Pentacles, gifts, bringing gifts, giving gifts, contributing to a breakup. What? Giving gifts, generosity. Oh, wow. My card just flew out, like flew. And it was the death card. So they will not be getting back together. This is like a true ending. Something that ended for a reason. Weird to get that with the friendship card and like the giving gifts card. Let me get more clarity here before I just jump into the story that's kind of coming through to me. It was a little weird. Exactly right, Alex? Yes, we see it. We see it, Alex. Okay, past, present, future. Let's just see if we can get the storyline here for Olivia Rodrigo and her now ex. So when they first got together, what was the vibe? What was the vibe when they first got together? Two of Pentacles. So juggling. Juggling what? Juggling two people. Was he juggling two people? One of them a friend. Six of Pentacles. Just saying. Not saying. Okay. We have Two of Pentacles, though, juggling. What else? Weird to get that. That's kind of like, to me, that feels very connected to that Six of Pentacles. So it's sort of like, that meme? It's like, I don't know, her with like the person she told you not to worry about, or like vice versa with a guy. It's like, I feel like he may have had a friend or someone that he worked with that something was kind of going on already by the time she came into the picture, and he was sort of like trying to balance. I think that's so weird. Let me see what else we can get on this. Is he an actor? Is he an actor? I already told him about the gift, Michael. Everybody said it looked beautiful. Five of Cups. This is crying. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And this is so wild because I just don't know anything at all about him, but I'm getting such a weird story. Almost like when Olivia Rodrigo first got together with this guy, um, he was already like sort of in a situation ship, we'll say, because it doesn't feel like a real relationship, because we have the Six of Pentacles, which is like friendship, and then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is like juggling. So maybe he was like dating somebody, but they hadn't like defined the relationship, or there was something kind of weird though about his love life when they met, or when they decided to start dating. And then this Five of Cups is talking about like a lot of sadness. So I feel like he broke someone's heart when he first started dating Olivia. So kind of started off on a weird foot. So that was the past. Like, and I don't think that she knew this. I don't think she knew this at all. But I think I don't know, he might have already had something going on in his life. Okay, so that was in the past. What about the present? Yes, he is an actor. Okay. Well, you know how, Gunyar, when we were talking about like Luke and Nicola, and how when they were like on Bridgerton and had their season together, and it was like such a big deal, there was like a lot going on with the two of them. It was very like spicy scenes, and neither of them were public with being in a relationship at that time. And I don't think either of them were in a committed relationship at first. It sort of feels like that. It's like there was someone that he was maybe working with or had worked with in the past, where there was something going on, and it was a little bit confusing. Okay. Someone got hurt. How do Olivia and Sabrina feel about each other now? Ooh, that's a good question. They said that Olivia was seen crying and talking about her breakup in Lily Allen's Christmas party in London. Oh, oh my God. That's so sad, Gunyar. It's so sad. Donna, welcome. Oh my gosh, we have a new member. Donna, thank you. Welcome to the membership. So happy to have you. That is so exciting. Allegedly, they dated the same guy, Joshua Bassett. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. I will pull a card on them after this. We'll see what's going on. I know it's like so sad, right, Alex? So sad. You just never know what's going on. People can have so much, but we all still get our hearts broken, right? Okay, what else? So that is when they first met. What about once things were going well? What was the general vibe between the two of them? The world. Okay, yeah. It was like for a time, it felt like a very positive relationship. Like they had kind of like the whole world in their hands, which makes sense. Feeling like you're on top of the world. Just having a good time, feeling like you had a lot of freedom. You could really do what you want. Okay. It's not super romantic, I'll be honest, but it's very exhilarating. Hmm. Yes. Agree, Gunyar. I agree. Glad to be here trying to figure this out, Ella. Well, we're happy that you're here. We'll get it figured out for sure. The lovers in reverse. Yeah. Okay. So this is really weird, but again, we have this theme of two. So the lovers card is about obviously like, two lovers, but it can also be a choice in love. And then we have this two of pentacles, there being a friend. I feel like he had this. Oh, I wish I knew more about him. I want to like research him. Or if like there were any rumors about him like being in a relationship or being friends with someone that people speculated he was in a relationship with, because that's such a strong theme. The Lovers card with the World, this is saying like it kind of came back around. So this could be the same situation with like that same person coming back into his life. Maybe him kind of stringing somebody along, keeping them around. I definitely feel like she's the one that felt the most heartbroken over this. She's that 4 of Cups person who's like holding this pillow and like being sad. But the Death card, like, she wouldn't go back, like, she's learned what she needed to learn. I think it just hurt her feelings, like, it was just really sad what happened. And the Lovers card, this is like there being someone else or him choosing someone else. Ugh. Well, she's got her whole life ahead of her, and, better to move on if someone's gonna be acting like this? But that is so sad. Okay, so kind of messy. I feel like he's always been a little messy. Weird. And then, the future, I guess, just like, let's do his future and then hers. Future for him, like, next 6 months, his life, his vibes. 9 of Cups, ugh, okay. Now this gives John Mayer vibes, okay, in this context. Definitely kind of look at all those cups, guys. I think he's kind of a man about town. Okay, we'll just say that. He's feeling good. He feels like my stock went up since I dated Olivia Rodrigo, and now everybody wants, to be with me kind of thing. I think it'll be short-lived, but, like, in the near future, he's eating his cheesecake and, like, happy to be single, okay? And then what about for Olivia in the near future, like, next 6 months, allegedly, for Olivia Rodrigo? Ugh, 2 of Swords. Yeah, sometimes when you go through this, it's, like, hard to know who to trust. So kind of, I feel like she needs to do some healing. 2 of Swords, she kinda, like, doesn't understand. Again, the 2 energy. Like, how did I not know this was going on? If she actually was crying at Lily Allen's party, yeah, we have the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, I wouldn't be surprised. And that's because she's genuinely just sad, like, she got hurt. Um, just one of those things, one of those bad heartbreak type of situations. Okay, what does she have to look forward to in 2026? We're gonna end this on a good note for her. What does Olivia Rodrigo have to look forward to, though, in 2026? Because the pendulum always swings back the other way. No matter how sad things get, like, things always get better. We always end up, you know, looking back and being like, I'm so glad that happened. Because if it was right for you, it would be working. And if it's not right for you, there's somebody or something better. So we just got to remember that. On a good note. Yeah, Two of Wands, that looking to the future with joy and opportunity. The whole world in your hands. For her, she really does have like every opportunity in life. Um, she thought we had the world card before when she was with this guy, she thought that he added to her life. But what she's going to realize, like the life lesson in this for her moving forward, Two of Wands, the life lesson is that she doesn't need anyone else to like complete her life. And she is going to feel really empowered in 2026 to continue to express herself authentically, to be who she is, to have fun, to pursue her passions. I think we're going to see a very like fun, independent, interesting side of her in 2026. I'll say that. Like, I don't know what exactly that's going to look like, but she's going to like come through this stronger than ever. And we're all going to see that and be like, oh, okay, that's what that meant. She was going through the art of becoming this version, this more authentic version of herself. So it's all part of the process. Happy to see that. It's going to get a lot better, but this is currently a heartbreak time. So sending her lots of love. And honestly, like, who would break her heart? What is wrong with these guys? Okay. Um, better is on the way to her. Exactly, Alex. Agreed. Better is on the way. She's just a young girl who's got her heart broken, unfortunately. I agree, Alex. That's what it looks like. Better is on the way. And so, how is her relationship, friendship with Sabrina Carpenter? To answer your question, Alex, let's see how things are between those two. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, between Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo, who were rumored to have had a beef in the, I don't know, it was like a few years ago. How are things now? Yeah, Nine of Wands, just kind of chilling, nothing to see here kind of thing. Nine of Wands, I do like this though, because this is transformation. So I do think at one time there was a real conflict between the two. And this is kind of like we transformed that energy. Wands is like excitement, passion, joy. I feel like now when they see each other, they genuinely do like have a laugh. They're excited to see each other. I don't get any like bad vibes, no bad energy. Do I think they talk all the time? No, because the Nine of Wands is kind of like, I'm resting, I'm kind of doing my thing, but I see you over there and like wish you well. So it's generally like a good vibe. So we like that. Okay, makes sense. Good to go from like having, kind of an issue to just being neutral, friendly, wishing each other well, like all the best kind of thing. And like if they bump into each other, they'll smile and give a hug. So it's good. Cute energy between the two. I like that. I've seen pictures of them talking at award shows. Yes, like so cute. I love that. Definitely, I think both of them are emotionally like mature enough and want good things for each other, and so I think that, like, it's all kinda in the past. What's in the past kinda thing. What about Sabrina and Camila? Ooh, that's a good question, Babaloo. We have not thought about that in forever. Yes, and we will do the Luke and Nick questions right after I do the Sabrina Camila Gunyar. Yes, yes. Okay. Sabrina and Camila, what's their vibe now when they see each other? The Emperor. Oh, what? The Emperor. Okay, let me clarify that. Weird vibes. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Okay, this is a weird answer. So, but I'm just gonna tell you what I'm like feeling from this. So the Emperor is obviously we know that like Shawn Mendes is the one that kind of came in between Camila Cabello and Sabrina Carpenter. He was dating Camila, and then they broke up, and then he was like seeing Sabrina, and then while he was seeing Sabrina, he allegedly met up with Camila and made out with her at Coachella, and then they got back together for like 2 days or something. And Sabrina found out about it and was like sad and kind of like did that song Taste, which sort of explained what had gone on. So he actually comes through as the emperor in this context. This would be very John Mayer vibes, by the way, you guys. I don't think that he was his best self in that situation, and I think he would even admit to that. The Emperor loves power. It's kind of like someone who's playing a power game. It's not the most emotionally aware card. This is sort of like doing what you want and not really thinking of how it's going to affect other people or the consequences. The Emperor just sort of like does what the Emperor wants. So interesting that this came through. Um, oof. And then the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's sort of like, now, why would that be how their relationship is now? Like at one time they were good. Now they're not. Let's see. Olivia and Sabrina were spotted hugging. Oh, hugging. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Yes, Alex. Makes so much sense. Seven of Wands, guys. Okay. Well, not everything can turn out quite as well. And some people just don't get along. And that's fine too, as long as everybody's respectful of each other. And I think that Camila Cabello and Sabrina Carpenter fall into that category, which is fine. We have the Seven of Wands, Wheel of Fortune reverse, Emperor energy. Yeah, they're not friends. They're not friends. I don't think that they do the thing where they wish each other well and see each other across the room and wave. Um, you know, I think the situation left a bad taste in both of their mouths when it comes to the aftermath of kind of what they went through with Shawn Mendes. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, at one point they were good. They're not good now. um, Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's a little bit of competition between the two. That happens all the time. Sometimes competition can be healthy in a way because it can challenge you, like if you think about sports, like sports teams always have that healthy competition when it comes to wanting to win. So maybe in a weird way, um, what start off as negative, I don't know, maybe they inspire each other because I get this competitive energy between them. Seven of Wands. Seven is a card of like spiritual, like seven is spiritual too. So maybe they like, in a weird way, this could be like a soul contract to kind of push each other forward, even though it seems negative. Maybe they help each other grow. Really weird energy. I'm getting like very weird vibes between the two of them, but I do not think they're friends. We'll say that. Um, yeah, ultimately there's a kind of a strange resentment and like competitive vibe. So there you go. Is what it is. Like I said, not everybody is friends, and that's okay. That's okay. Maybe they both see his true colors. Oh, I definitely think they do, Babalu. I definitely think so. Sabrina's career skyrocketed and Camille's is feeling stagnant. Yep. There's that too. So maybe in a way, when Camila sees Sabrina doing well, maybe she's like, oh, inspired to also want to do even better. Now, I think she wants to do well just for herself, but when there's someone that you're not friends with and they start doing really well, sometimes you're like, oh, like it makes you want to like get on your game a little more. So maybe that's kind of the vibe too. Interesting. Okay, Gunyar's questions now. Let's see. Yeah, so we've gotten everything except Gunyar's questions, then Luigi Mangione, and then we shall conclude the evening because we got to get some sleep, you guys. It's almost Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's just almost time to go to sleep, right? Or I don't know, some of you guys are on the other side of the world. So, or if not that, then I just gotta get some sleep. Clearly, because I'm just like rambling. Okay, Gunyar says, is there potential that Luke is going to break up with Antonia in April of 2026? Ooh, very specific question. Let's see. Two, is Luke gonna say deep down his feelings for Nick at some point? And three, what is Nicola deep down feeling towards Luke? Ooh, okay, interesting questions. Let's see. Number one, Abdul's having hot chocolate. Ooh, very nice. Yes, more hot chocolate. Abdul, what part of the world are you in again? I know you said you were far away. I'm trying to remember. I think we have the same time zone. It's 10:20 here. Yep. Same time zone, Alex. Are you getting tired too? Like, how we doing? How we doing, team? Okay. Is there potential that Luke is going to break up with Antonia in April of 2026? Why April? Yes. Let's see. Okay, April 2026 context. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, okay, yeah. We need some sleep, Alex. There is a recent video. Oh, for Luke Newton's astrology 2025 through 2026. And she said that at the end of April, their planetary placement is bringing upsetting shock to her, and it shows a breakup. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm in the Middle East, 7:21 a.m. here. Okay. Well, very interesting. 7:21 a.m. So you're having hot chocolate like instead of like in lieu of coffee because it has like a little bit of caffeine, but not too much. Hot chocolate sounds delicious. It really does. It really does. 11:20 where Donna is. Really cold there. Ooh. I wish it was cold here, you guys. It's usually like snowing this time of year. It has been like unseasonably warm this past week in the Midwest. So I don't know what that's about. Okay, let's see. Just trying to really get them shuffled for you, Gunyar. Because this is highly specific. All right. Let's look at Luke Newton's love life for April of 2026. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Oh, nice. Alex, where are you? The weather is nice. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles in reverse for his love life in April. Why would your love life be negative for your career or make you feel like you're not abundant? Huh. Okay, let's see what else. Lawyer Mo coming in with a kiss. Not too hot, not too cold. New Orleans, Louisiana. Oh, nice. More specifically, April 24th and 25th. Whoa. Okay. This astrologer was highly specific. Interesting, Gunyar. Something negative career wise tied into his relationship. That is so interesting. What else? The Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, this is making an offer to somebody. This is slow and steady wins the race. This is one of, okay, Gunnar, you're not going to like this. This is one of my cards of a proposal. Now, not necessarily a marriage proposal, but it could be like, this is offering someone something more concrete. It's weird to me that we have a financial loss tied to making an offer, but also not that weird. This is so bad, you guys. I kind of hate to interpret these cards, but allegedly for entertainment purposes only, this could look like Luke proposing, buying a ring, maybe spending a lot of money on a ring. Maybe I don't even know, like getting a place with somebody and then you end up losing a lot of money from that. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this would be like, I don't know, few ways that could happen. The person decides to leave you, but they take the ring. So it's a big financial loss that you weren't expecting. Or you guys break up and they keep the apartment. And so like you lose the deposit and some of like your things that you bought that you put in there, you decide to just let them keep it. And like, but it's some sort of like weird financial loss, a loss of abundance, but it's tied to making someone an offer. So I feel like April 2026 could be a real roller coaster in love for him. We'll definitely have to check back in. Like, mark our calendars. This is weird. I kind of like winter. I get to put on my favorite jackets now. Yes, Abdul. Oh my gosh, totally. I'm like that too. Like, that's why I'm so disappointed that it's like warm because I was having fun, like wearing out the little faux fur, wearing, the long trench coats, like getting to like, really pull all of the fall winter stuff out of the closet. And now it's like, I'm still trying, but just we don't have that same coldness that we need. Okay. Gunyar says, y'all, we were saying that from the beginning. So he's waking up finally. Everyone that saw Antonia the first time said she's a bad influence for his career. And it shows a proposal for, for a breakup. I don't know. Can we clarify that card? They're supposed to have the same kind of contract. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can clarify and see. How about we do past, present, future for the two of them? See if we can clarify this little storyline. There is some sort of offer that leads to a loss. So, in the past, let's do past 6 months, general overview energy for Luke and his girlfriend Antonia, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Hmm. Seven of Wands, competition. Yeah. So there's been like, I think competition for their time when it comes to Luke's like work, competition maybe with other people being around. This is not feeling super solid. Seven of Wands is like there just feels like there's a lot of competition. Like the relationship isn't front and center. So past 6 months, there's been a lot kind of going against them. Okay, interesting. And then present energy, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Page of Cups. In the present moment, there is an emotional new beginning. That was what this proposal thing looks like. Knight of Pentacles. So this is like trying to move things to the next level through making some sort of offer, being generous towards someone. But there's something, yeah, an emotional new beginning in the relationship. So also that could be trying to like add more stability to the relationship, which has been kind of, I don't know, it's felt like it's been unsteady in the past. Okay. And then what about the future? Why is this going to lead to a loss, this new beginning, this proposal of sorts? Why is it going to lead to a loss? Allegedly. Allegedly. How many times did I say that? Um, oh, the Three of Cups, not the Three's a crowd. What? Three of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is like allegedly cheating, someone else showing up that is like, oh my God, like pretending like things are good, but there's like this celebration and then there's somebody else in the mix. And this could lead to a loss because this could, like I said, if you give someone something and then they leave, they take that with them. So I mean, okay. Could this be a breakup? Yeah, it really could be. And this looks like somebody leaving because there's somebody else around. So this could be like, I mean, either one of them, like, well, but it's probably her because Knight of Pentacles, this is very stable, and that's him making an offer. Oh my gosh. I feel like maybe she meets somebody else allegedly and then decides to move forward in that direction and he loses something that he's given her. Like I said, it could be a ring, it could be like an expensive piece of jewelry, it could be their apartment, but like he's going to experience some sort of loss from this. Very weird. Okay, so actually I kind of agree with what that other astrologer said, you guys. Oh my God, I was not expecting this. I've been saying that somebody in the mix is Nick because emotionally Luke is not connected to her. Well, I guess we're going to have to keep our eyes on April Gunyar. I don't know. She could. This looks like, let me get another. Much more messy. Okay. This card flew out. Five of Pentacles. Remember when we got this for her the last time I did a reading on them? She came across as the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling financially kind of stressed out. Yeah, this is her, you guys. I feel like I don't know, this like makes me really sad. She just seems to be, I'll say this. She actually seems to be struggling in a few different ways and kind of trying to keep up with Luke, who seems to be a little bit more successful, like financially. And I mean, I don't get this Three of Cups, Page of Cups thing though, with the competition. I just don't think their relationship is very solid. And we do keep getting this for them in readings. Then we keep seeing that they try to make it work, and then we kind of get another weird reading. Um, I don't think this is a forever thing. I'll say that. And I think if she does like end up stepping out, that will end the relationship, of course, as it should. But then I think she'll go back to feeling out in the cold. So I do think that allegedly, oh my god, because this is such a crazy accusation, but allegedly, if she were to, everybody's free will, but if she were to take this route that is like looks like a possibility, she may go from feeling kind of unhappy to then seeing someone else. This would be him finding out, there being a loss, and then I do think that she would probably regret that, going out to the 5 of Pentacles, kind of back where she started. But it's messy. This is really messy. I will say this. He is showing up though as this Knight of Pentacles, so I think that he does want a stable, loving relationship. And that does seem to be his vibe. Like if you look at his dating history, he's been kind of a serial monogamist. Like he goes from one relationship where he's there for like 3, 4 years to another relationship. And so I think that he's wanting to progress things. And to me, it just seems like she says she wants that, but then we have the 3 of Cups where it's like other people around. So I don't know. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Hmm. It's surprising, honestly. Hi Lizzie, how's it going? I'm late but here. You were right on time. Happy to have you here. I do remember she's struggling because she hasn't been getting any jobs. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of sad. It's just sad. It's kind of a I'm getting kind of a bad vibe, I'll be honest, you guys, just with the whole thing. Like it just doesn't seem as good as it looks on paper. Okay. Does Luke deep down have feelings for Nick? And is he gonna tell her at some point? And what are Nick's feelings towards Luke? Okay. We'll do that and then we'll do the Luigi reading. So okay. Thanks for being patient, Abdul. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. Like shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Does Luke allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, have feelings for Nicola deep down? Does Luke allegedly have feelings for Nicola deep, deep down? Let's see. Hmm. 3 of Wands. This is thinking about the future, making plans, looking at a beach. Wands is passion. Okay, this to me looks like this is a card of fantasy. Okay, so this is like daydreaming about somebody, thinking about the future, imagining the future that you could have with somebody. For him, because we know he's in a relationship, we know they're not together. This is sort of like in another life, or like capturing or like catching yourself, you know, having these thoughts of the future with somebody. So I feel like, yes, I would say yes, he has like a crush on her. Is he going to tell her? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, is he going to tell her? That's another story. Let's see. Especially with all this messiness going on, potentially around April, around the spring. I think if he told her, honestly, Gunyar, he would probably wait a while, because I feel like he's going to feel a little bit destabilized by that breakup. And I just don't know if he's going to be willing to like put himself out there immediately like that, especially with someone like Nicola. But I don't know. We'll see what the cards say. Oh my God. Well, okay. Well, maybe your intuition's telling you that. And maybe you're right. Shallow and fame hungry vibes. Is he going to tell her? Allegedly. Ace of Swords. Okay, well, we have the card of victory and communication. So this is strong communication. I think that eventually he will. Yes. I don't know when, but this is a yes card. I mean, this is the Ace of Swords, the victory. Swords are communication. So yes, I think he's actually going to tell his full truth at some point to her. So there we go. You can wait if it's going to happen at the end. One thing about him is he is patient. Sometimes patience is the best thing. Like sometimes waiting for the right timing is the most important thing. So very interesting, Gunyar. We will see what happens, but it looks like, as usual, the love lives of the Bridgerton cast are pretty much just as interesting as the Bridgerton show itself. Okay, Abdul said, yes, praise the Lord. Oh my God, Gunyar. We'll stay tuned. We got to see what happens. Okay, Abdul says one psychic reader said Luigi will get lifetime without the possibility of parole. And a few other readers said he will have to do serious prison time, but not forever. Okay, let's see. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. What is Luigi's verdict going to be? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. We'll just see what comes through in general. Hmm. Lifetime without the possibility of parole. Others said he'll have to do serious time, but not forever. I don't know. It's so hard to read on like prison because like none of these really indicate like time, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best to see how we can interpret them. Outcome for Luigi, allegedly. Yes, I know, Alex. I know. So sad. I did have that on my list of like potential readings, but I don't know. I kind of like shied away from it once we got going. So I was like, after the Nicki Minaj reading, I was like, I don't know. Feel like we need to bring the vibes up, and that would certainly bring the vibes way down. Isn't that so sad? Just like the worst situation. Ugh, just awful, awful. But yes, I've been keeping up with it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on shuffling. Keep shuffling. Okay, for Luigi, let's see. Maybe we can do that one in the future though, Alex. Like once the trial and all that starts for him, or once we get a little further along, why don't we check back in on that when we have a little bit more to say that's not quite, I don't know, just give a second. Because yeah, we do. I mean, we definitely do the true crime stuff here too. And it's always really interesting. And we're doing true crime right now. So Luigi, okay, the outcome. Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. The Magician, interesting, you guys. So it's going to be something that we don't expect as of now. The Magician, it's like pulling a rabbit out of the hat, you know? So it's this feeling of like, whoa. So I think that when the verdict and the prison sentence is like put out there, I think a lot of people are going to be like feel like, whoa, that was he's a magician, or like that was how did the defense manage to pull that off? That kind of feeling. So this is very interesting. We're all going to feel like kind of taken aback by the sentencing. Oh, you're so sweet, Alex. What else? What else? What else about Luigi's sentence? Like the outcome of all of this for him. What else can you tell us? Allegedly. The moon. Okay. Again, didn't we get the moon before? Because the moon is like what's hidden. There are things again behind the scenes, behind like we keep getting this behind the scenes negotiations, things that are hidden right now. So the magician card indicates that we're going to learn in due time about things that are currently very hidden that have to do with what this outcome is going to be. So there's a lot that we like as the public don't know right now. I don't know if that's like additional evidence. I don't know if that like I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be like some sort of tie between the two that comes out. Like, I'm not really sure. Um because it's essentially hidden. And the moon is also emotions, so there may be more emotions at play when the judge and the jury are like, and I don't really know how this is going to play out. If they're going to do like a plea deal, if this is going to be a full on trial, like I'm not quite sure. I wish Lawyer Moog was in here to to answer some of our questions, but I don't know. This is like a lot is still hidden. It's very emotional. There is a big emotional component here, even though, it's supposed to be like an impartial type of thing. It's not at this moment, allegedly. And the magician, it's going to be surprising for all of us what the outcome is. Okay. Allegedly, is he going to get, I guess, life in prison? Let's just ask that question and see what comes through. Abdul says the moon could be a hidden plea deal being made in. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yes, I agree. I agree, Abdul. It could be something that is going on behind the scenes, something that's being negotiated. I agree with you. And then when it all comes out, it's like, whoa, the magician, like, wow, that was quite the negotiation that happened. Um, and that makes me think that if it's the magician card, that makes me think that it's going to end up being a lighter sentence than a lot of us are expecting. Hmm. Is he going to get life, I guess, allegedly? Two of Cups. This is about partnership. Is he going to get life? Then we get partnership, emotional partnership, temperance, temperance and partnership. I would say, very weird, but I would say no. Again, it's so hard to interpret like these cards that are about like love and all this stuff into like jail and prison sentences. So I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. Temperance to me is like something very, something that's like non-extreme. And to me, life in prison would be extreme, right? It's like done. Like you're throwing away the key. And the Two of Cups is a partnership. So maybe he has a partnership with someone. This could be maybe one of his lawyers, or maybe one of his lawyers has a certain partnership or relationship with like the judge. Like, I don't know, but there's something going on here that's like leaning towards an outcome that is not as extreme as people are thinking it's going to be. So a much lighter sentence for him than people are thinking right now. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what else? Can I ask if they'll be making a movie about the whole ordeal? Yes, totally. Let's see. Sneaky things behind his back, or Luke is going to find out some sneaky things that she did before and cut ties from her. Ooh, those are all possibilities, Gunyar. Totally. Those could all be possibilities. Got to be honest, he could get 25 years to life, but after 25, the board might be refusing his parole. Interesting. Or maybe a lot will change by then. And maybe he'll get out on good behavior in like 20 years or something. I know, like, I don't know. Actor Dave Franco will be playing Luigi. Yes. Oh, wait, really? Or is that just speculation? They do look like. Will there be a movie? Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like, uh, I mean, this is not a yes card, but this is like, I mean, swords are communication. So I would say, if so, it's like definitely in its infancy. His swords are like young. Page of Swords are young. So like early development stages. It's definitely not solidified yet. They had to be really careful, by the way, like, if this does end up becoming a movie, which just I think it will, because, like, pretty much everything becomes a movie, right? Um, like, we can just go ahead and say, "Yes, we think it will." But this is, like, needing to be very careful with the way they tell the story because, oh, there's still a lot that's unknown about it. Page of Swords is, like, immaturity. So it's, like, it's gonna be hard to tell this story in a way that somebody's not gonna feel, like, angry about. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there are just so many sides to this story that I don't know. I don't know if the version of the story that's told is gonna be well received with the Page of Swords. This is almost like a movie that, like, doesn't go well, though. You know what I mean? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. His defense team are still trying to fight the death penalty. I don't think he's gonna get that, you guys. Based on this reading with the Magician card and the Two of Cups and Temperance, I'll say this, Abdul, I do not think he'll get the death penalty. Like, I just don't. With Temperance being non-extreme, because that would obviously be like, an extreme punishment. Um, hmm. Alex says, yes, I get it. Only lighter sentence I see is 20 or 25 years, to be honest. Okay. Well, maybe in the context of like the death penalty, that would be something that would be like surprisingly good. Oof. Okay. Anything else? Anything else about this Luigi situation? How I feel is that he will have to serve serious time in prison because the movie will be big only if he disappears into the prison for serious years. Can you do Nick and Olandria one week? Oh my gosh, yes. Mount Sunshine. Yes, I can definitely do that maybe in like the next live because we're winding down. But thank you for requesting. And yes, I can. Sunshine. Okay. Nick and Olandria for the next live. Yes. Thank you for requesting. Absolutely. Okay. Anything else about Luigi before we go? What the heck? Oh, it's just so all the cards are dropping. So it's like, I don't know, quite intense. There's a lot to like weigh out in this situation. I feel like a lot of pressure on everybody involved feels a lot of pressure, which makes sense. But I just feel like there's an intensity here that isn't here with other situations. Oh, I just threw that card. That was so wild. The Knight of Wands is a lot of energy, passion. Yes, I think there's a lot of love for him. So I do think that the court system is kind of weighing things out right now and feeling like allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but feeling like things are pretty intense right now in this country, a little volatile, to say the least, very volatile. And the Knight of Wands is like, we're kind of worried that if we give him a really heavy sentence, people are going to get super angry. And Knight of Wands, I mean, this is like people riding forth, like, ugh. So I do think that that is playing into things a little bit. So that's kind of working in his favor, like not wanting to do anything too extreme because like they don't want to anger the people. So I do think that that's going to help him. But ultimately, yeah. I mean, of course, I think he's going to do jail time and it will be serious jail time. But yeah, overall, it's kind of the vibe I get. Still a lot to be seen, though, a lot to be worked out and a lot happening behind the scenes. It's intense. I wonder how his whole family feels about all of this. I thought that he like wasn't very close to his family, right? And that was sort of part of the problem. Let's see. There are rumors that Luke's ex also cheated on him when he was doing her play. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Yuck. That's not good. Poor Luke. Jeez. Um, his family. How does Luigi's family allegedly feel about all of this? Oof. I'm pretty sure he's doing all this like by himself and like the money that's paying for everything, didn't that like come from a fund? Like the people? Oh, Ace of Pentacles. I think never mind. Never mind. As we talk about money, his family, Ace of Pentacles. I do think behind the scenes, Ace of Pentacles, they are giving him some sort of support. I don't know what kind of support. It could be financial. I mean, Ace of Pentacles is money. We know that they are a wealthy family. So maybe it's his connections. I don't know. But there is some sort of financial or support that comes from like connections that he got through his family. Luigi went radio silent for 6 months before the alleged murder. Yeah. hmm 9 of swords, but they are like incredibly stressed out about it. So I think they are supporting him, but it almost feels like, we have to because that's our son or, my nephew or whatever, whoever it is. But the 9 of swords is like just a lot of anxiety though. A lot of anxiety. Oof. Okay. Well, there's that. Anyway, guys. Anyway, so happy almost Christmas Eve for everybody that celebrates. I hope that you guys have an amazing couple days. And if you guys are just relaxing this holiday season, I hope you get your rest. If you still have more parties to go to, I hope you have a good time. Whatever you guys are getting up to, I hope that it feels fulfilling and that you are winding up 2025 on a really positive note. Also, I am so excited because I've been working on the next podcast episode, which is all about the numerology of 2026. And I think that what I'm going to do is like release the podcast episode and then schedule a live for maybe a couple days later so that we can all then like just chit chat and discuss and we can ask questions and give our tips and advice and talk about the numerology. So in the podcast episode, I'll explain how to calculate your numerology for the year and kind of like an overview. And then we can just like discuss and kind of get our own little numerology readings and get excited for the new year. So let me know what you think about that. But I think that'd be fun for like New Year's week or coming up to New Year's week. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was fun. Thank you for all of your requests. Thanks for all the great conversation, the intuitive weigh-ins, the astro chat. This is always so much fun. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Thank you, Abdul. Oh my gosh, please take care of yourself. Say hi to Michael. I will say hi to Michael for you guys, and you take care of yourself as well. Have a little bit of that hot chocolate for us all who are stuck in the warmer climates. Aw, thanks, Gunyar. I'm glad that you liked it. You love the numerology thing. Okay, good. Good, Donna. And yes, and thank you for being a new member, Donna. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you, Eva Dolls. Happy holidays. All right. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.